This week on Pop Fiction, Empire, Romulus, Acolyte, and I Remember Something Cool.
Okay, this is 252 Pop Fiction, and you'll find all the news and reviews and pop culture that's right to time. Today's top story.
Finally, the popular burlesque satire The Empire Strips Back is back. This previously sold-out spectacle, which is making its way to San Francisco, transports beloved science fiction characters into the burlesque realm. Your favorite characters are hot, seductive, skimpily costumed, and perform live on stage.
Yeah, this is a real local story for our worldwide broadcast.
No, well, I mean, it's not just in San Francisco. It's been in Seattle. It's been in London. It's been in New York. It's been in Washington. It's back in San Francisco now. If you wanted to see a buxom C-3PO and you wanted to see Jabba the Hutt, again, a buxom Jabba the Hutt. This is right up your alley. Tickets are currently on sale for $75. Are you going?
This doesn't sound like something I would like.
No, it doesn't. It does cross the line when you... Can I say C-3PO and R2-D2?
Wow.
That's a little too graphic.
C3P. Whoa.
With $41.5 million, Alien Romulus broke records at the domestic box office and became the second highest opening for the venerable Alien series. Those ticket sales proved sufficient for the latest installment to break the 3-week hold of Deadpool and Wolverine, which narrowly defeated Joker to become the highest grossing R-rated film in history with $1.14 billion.
Billion with a B?
$1 billion.
Wow, that's pretty good.
It's pretty good. And this is actually a callback because I remember last time we were talking about it, we were going back and forth about whether or not the Joker...
Whether it beat the Joker or not.
Yes. So now...
Now it beat the Joker?
It beat the Joker. Will it beat the Joker that weekend? And that's where we were going.
Blew it out the water, I guess you could say.
I mean, billion. It's nice.
It's a lot of money.
It is. Blasting through.
More than a month after the 8-episode first season of the Star Wars spinoff starring Amandla Stenberg concluded, Lucasfilm has decided not to move forward with a second season of The Acolyte.
This is crushing.
Well, I mean, I would have to say, with all the review bombing aside, there were actual problems with the Acolyte show. I watched it. I did enjoy it, but there was some pacing issues. There definitely was some. It was they kind of showed it out of order to build the suspense. But I think it would have been much better if they just went actually probably in chronological order on it and just kind of showed what happened. It was an interesting take to see the Jedi as the quote-unquote bad guys.
They are the bad guys.
I mean, why? Because they take people's children?
No, they lop off limbs when they're upset.
But they don't get upset.
I feel like this show wasn't given enough time. I feel like it's the reason why the animated shows feel like people like those way more because they have enough time. They're not a lot of pressure.
Yeah, they got 40-something episodes when you got an animated series.
It costs a lot of money to make those shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those live action ones.
I would have to say, as far as characters and stuff go, the bad guy, I want to say his name was Corin. I'm not 100% sure. But the guy who played him, Jason Mendoza from the Good Place, he was amazing. Like, I thought he did a great job, as the bumbling guy, which obviously, because they kind of like did that same thing with Yoda in Empire Strikes Back. But when he was...
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler, yeah, well, they canceled it, so if you didn't see it, you forget about it. But
well, I mean, it's not like they can't see it.
I mean, he was taking down Jedi because the Jedi had this incredible hubris. Like they couldn't believe they could be defeated, and this boy was whooping their tail like nobody's business, and they were fighting in ways that you don't normally see the Jedi fight, which I thought was pretty damn dope. So they had a bunch of great things, but yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of good about that series, and, well, it will be missed.
It had a niche audience. It had a niche.
Right.
Haven't seen it.
Shocking.
This week's review: Alien Romulus. Space colonizers come face to face with the most terrifying life form of the universe while scavenging the deep ends of the derelict space station. Yeah. This movie was great. I was on the edge of my seat. I was scared. I couldn't anticipate what was going to happen in the future. Whoever played Andy, that was an amazing role. He showed a lot of emotion for somebody who showed no emotion the whole movie.
What are the chances of the guy who played Andy is a Brit? I mean, I didn't look him up, but scale of 1 to 10.
We live in a 50-50 world right here. I don't care who is who. That was great. I liked it.
It's definitely a Brit. I know we talked about this off camera, but I also enjoyed the movie very much. As far as, and I even said there was after Aliens, which by far was the best of the franchise, in my opinion. I did see the third Aliens movie, and I was like, okay, well, I don't know, it wasn't really my cup of tea, but all right. Yeah. And then I saw the fourth Aliens movie, which was like, this is terrible.
This is awful.
And then there was just more and more awful movies. Even when it came to this one, if it wasn't for Kanan saying that, hey, he wanted to go see it, and he said it was okay, I was like, I was willing to let it go. I, hands down, was entertained, start to finish, cover to cover. I didn't even bump into the nostalgic jokes. Again, had this conversation with Harp. And Harp, let's hear your opinion of Alien Romulus.
To put you on the spot.
I enjoyed it. When I saw it in 79, 86, 94, 97, 2017, 2015. Yeah, I enjoyed it. But I'd already seen it because everything that was in this movie was already done.
Wow.
Except the anti-gravity parts, which were very clever.
That's what I thought too, and that's what I said.
Very,
that was
very
probably
clever.
my favorite part of the thing, when it was like, nah, because if you shoot him, it's the blood and the acid is going to go through. And it was like,
that was a good scene. I did
That was
like that.
very clever.
Yeah. And big ups to Dora the Explorer. Getting knocked up and then taking an experimental drug, which you really shouldn't do.
Just take wild
Never just
drugs.
stick that into your neck.
Yeah.
Because you might have a xenomorphic half alien baby. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. JB, how'd you feel about the movie?
Who played basketball.
It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I thought that moment...
You liked it?
Yeah. When she injected herself, that was probably the dumbest part of the movie. I'm like, why?
Oh, wow.
Why would you do that?
I thought she would show at least one sign of being like a superhuman. Like she would have jumped from her position all the way to the top. I was like, okay, that would have been pretty cool. But she still had the limp in her leg. I was like, nah, it didn't work.
Yeah.
Doesn't work like that. It
No,
just
yeah.
bonds with your baby.
And I thought they were growing too fast. I remember the original Alien, when he had the alien stuck on his face. He was cool for a while, and they're sitting there eating and talking, laughing and joking, and then
No, I thought the
It's
reason
like-
why is because they did the accelerating thing.
Yeah,
I think
that's
what
what-
was doing it.
yeah, it was so fast. It's like, okay, I'm your Jessica, boom, alien.
And
thought
I
that
would
was
have
too
to say,
fast.
even though it said it had a 2-hour running time, it didn't feel like that to me.
No, it was a good
It
movie.
felt like 2 hours, I'll tell you that.
It didn't feel like 2 hours to me. It was pat, 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 pat. The one thing I will say is I did take my 12-year-old. I think that was a bad idea. I mean, I know it was rated R, and I was like, all right, well,
How
maybe it's
bad
just
can it
for-
be?
Yeah. He was scared. He was terrified during the movie. I'm talking every jump scare scared him. At one point, he was doing this in the movie theater. Oh, he even did the thing. I haven't seen this in a long time where you go like this because you don't even want to hear the scary music because you know it's coming. He did that.
He'll never forget that movie, and that's why it's a great movie.
I'd say that it's effective if you've never seen an alien movie.
Yeah. And he loves horror movies. So that's a big deal.
Oh, Ralphie with the subtle hate. JB.
Yes, this week I recommend 1991's Harrison Ford classic regarding Henry.
Oh, wow.
After being shot, a lawyer loses his memory and must relearn speech and mobility, but has a loving family to support him. It's an interesting movie. I remember there's no proof of it, but there are case studies that the only way you can change personalities is to have frontal lobe damage. And that's from case studies of people with frontal lobe damage. But he's kind of a prick. He is a prick. And John Leguizamo in an early role is the mugger, shoots him in the head and the shoulder, loss of oxygen to the brain, causes massive
and then
damage.
he becomes a nice guy, right?
Yeah, and he's
sweet, lovable.
Yes, and he does the right thing.
Apparently the exact opposite of Harrison Ford in real life.
Unless he smokes weed. To me, I thought that this movie was the worst Indiana Jones sequel ever.
No, I thought it was a good movie. It's touching, and I recommend it. It's kind of one of those that not everybody has seen.
What year did you say?
91.
91.
Yeah, I remember those commercial spots in 91.
Flew under the radar.
I don't.
Yeah,
I can see the poster right now.
Yeah,
with him, the head, with the
Annette Bening,
the backguard, Annette Bening.
She was also
who played the daughter.
That was right after
I don't know.
Her run as the.
She was very good though.
Right.
Good movie, good acting, well done, touching, and I like to try to pick movies that kind of fly under the radar.
Yeah.
All right. Well done.
Well.
This week, Ralphie D remembers. Oh, looks like we're out of time. I'm Ralphie D. That's news to me.
I'm Kuwata Kurt. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
We'd like to hear what you think.
Leave us a comment down below and let your opinion be heard.
And if you like if you like this video, please check out other videos on our channel.
I'm JB, and this is 252 Pop Fiction, where you hear it first.
Did we used to say news? No?
Adonis, pull yourself together.